Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Billy Keels with Keep on Cash Flow. I'm back once again. I wanted to just to expand. The other day, I was talking about the difference between rental income and net income. And so for those of you that took the time to watch and also provide your comments, really appreciate that. The feedback has been amazing. And so now what I want to be able to do is share with you a couple of the questions, because we had a number of questions about the what is the difference between rental income and net income, and then some questions in between. So I want to actually go back to that example that we were talking about before and help you to understand exactly what I mean when I talk about expenses and debt service, what exactly that means, so that it can once again help you to get a better understanding around your investments, especially when you're looking into real estate as one of those asset classes. So let me go back to, if you're watching this for the first time, the other day, or in one of the other videos, we started out and we talked about this concept of revenue. Let me actually just move myself here so you get a better experience. You can just see the screen. So we talked about revenue, which a lot of times are they can be rents or additional incomes. And then we said, after that, you have to subtract your expenses. This is one of the things we're going to talk about today. Then after that, that gives us this nice number that we call the net operating income, also known as NOI. And then from there, we have another set of things called debt service. There we go. Service minus, which will then actually get you to your net income. So that's just as a quick reminder what we talked about. So the difference between rental income and actually net income, the net income being the amount of money that actually ends up in your pocket at the end of the month. And that's where you should use to start to look at what is the return on the money that you are placing. So, but what I want to talk about this is, Billy, but what you just said expenses. So what are some of the things that could be expenses when I'm looking at a property, or wanting to understand that even more? So let me just share a couple of examples with you, and hopefully this will be much clearer. If I think about the multifamily buildings that I own, and you may be looking at a single family, you may be looking at retail, you may be looking at a number of different things. But one of the first type of expenses that comes up is, you are going to have to pay property taxes. Right, wherever you are, that land that your property is on, you're going to have to pay property taxes. So that's one of the same things, one of the first things. And then you also want to make sure that the environment in which your residents or whoever is renting the space from you, if something happens, you want to make sure that you're also protected. So one of the first things you think about also is a type of insurance that you want to make sure that you have for the property. And then from there could be a number of different things. You could have everything from utilities expenses for the utilities that are paying for your properties. You may also have legal expenses, because you're going to have a legal team that is there that's taking care of you and making sure all of your properties are properly protected and that you're okay. And you're also going to have things like, for instance, your homeowners association. If you're in a place that has a homeowners association, that you're going to have that fee. If you're someone who is like me and Keep On, you're also going to hire a property management company that handles the effective management of your assets. Then the list can go on and on and on. You may have maintenance that you have to do on the properties. You may have some type of maintenance or repairs. Normally is what we like to look at. And the list can go on and on and on. There are a number of different things, but this just gives you an eye of some of when I talk about expenses as one line, but it's actually made up of a number of different points. And then so hopefully that's clear when I talk about expenses. And what I would invite you to do is, if I haven't covered it here in this video, let me know. Hey, Billy, you forgot this one. Okay, perfect. So this is something that, especially for those of you that are more seasoned investors, this is something that you're going to have probably at the top of your head. And then let me just also clarify, when I talked about debt service, what does that debt service mean? And so basically debt service is a I guess it's a fancy name for taking out a mortgage against the property. And that is that mortgage is actually made up of two components. On a mortgage, you actually have, let's see, change the color. You have a part that is principal or capital, for those of you who are Spanish speakers, and then the other portion is interest. But you get that same mortgage payment let's say if you have a fixed mortgage payment, it's the same amount forever. But what changes is the portion of principal and interest. But when I said debt service, I'm just talking about the mortgage that you may take out on a particular property if you want to use leverage. So look, I just wanted to come back, like I said, make it a quick video, but to give you more. I really appreciate the fact that you were asking the questions. Billy, help me understand when you're talking about expenses, what exactly do you mean by that one line? So hopefully these have given you just some of the starters. These are definitely not all of the expenses, but what I would say is leave me a couple more, because I'm sure that I've maybe didn't include all of them, and leave one or two in the comments. As always, I love to have your comments, see where you'd like the next video to go, if I can help you once again to better understand, to be more comfortable with the jargon, the lingo, if you will, around investing. And that is great. So I want to continue to help to go out there and help to educate you, help you, give you what you want. And that's the goal. So look, hopefully this video has also been very helpful for you. What I would ask you to do is not only leave what did I forget, but also leave one or two of your comments in the video, and I'd be happy to continue to expand on what we're doing right now. So I'm also going to leave a link in the video for those of you who are watching for the first time. If you want to find out more about what we're doing here at Keep on Cashflow, you can go to keeponcashflow.com, and well, I'll even have a book for you there if you want to download the book. So feel free to share this also too. If you found value in this, definitely share it with other people, because we want to continue to go out there. If you think this is good, then I'm sure that those are people that you hang out with, they also will think that the content here is valuable. So once again, this is Billy Keels with Keep on Cashflow. As always, that's my 2 cents for today, and hasta la próxima.